Hey guys, I'm Monkey the Six Pack, and I'm back here with...
Where's Pilot?
And we're playing Katawa Shoujo! I'm like freaking starving, and this guy's just talking about food! Compared to what the dumplings from before, this is quite nice. A little cool compared to what it probably should be, perhaps, but the flavor is enough to cover for that reasonably well. As a drink, I can't help but feel somewhat guilty for not being involved in the festival as others. I can't really be helped, considering I was dropped into school about a week ago, but it still weighs heavy on my mind. That and the fact that few students really don't seem to be enjoying the festival as much as the villagers. Eventually, I finish my bowl and leave for the stall and drop off. What are you gonna say?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Considering there seems to be no line at all, I take my time walking up. It seems where the teacher's mission paid off. There's now over a dozen students helping out, and much of the unpacking has been done. Despite most of them seeming quite relaxed as they work, Lily still appears to be somewhat stressed. Lily doesn't look impressed at all, but I really can't blame her. Aside for issues with the stall, she seems to be worried about Hanako. I can't really help her with the former, so I guess the only way I can help is by trying to take her mind off of our shy mutual friend. Placing the bowl back on the counter, I call out to Lily. Hey Lily, don't worry about Hanako. I'll go find her and hang out with her, okay? I can see Lily's relief plainly written across her face.
Thanks, Asao, and if you see anyone from my class, can you tell them to come here, please?
I can go get Kenji. Will do. Have a good one. And
Let's
make sure
not.
to take a break, okay?
I will if I can. See you later, Asao.
I leave Lily in the stall and head out to the search for Hanako. In a way, I feel bad for leaving her with the crowds, but even though she was clearly under pressure, I can't help but think that she was enjoying herself. The halls are packed with swaying crowds meandering through the festival. There's one thing I know about Hanako, it's that she's not going anywhere near this. And with the students showing their friends and families their dorms, I doubt she'll be there either. Following blind intuition, I move against the grain of the crowd. Thankfully, this crowd seems to be slightly less festive than their usual festival crowd. I assume that they're out of consideration for the student body.
This guy's just like shoving around old people.
Shove, 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 knock over. As I force my way through the masses, it doesn't take long for them to thin down to nothingness. I thought the only mass that thins down to nothing.
Ha ha!
This is not surprising since I'm standing before the library. Even the most eager of students don't bother to show anyone this section of the school. As I enter the library, the noise of the festival fades into dull background noise, and soon I'm in the reading area in the rear of the dorm. Behind one of the partitioned desks, I see the top of a head with straight dark hair catching my eye. Hey Hanako, I had a feeling I'd find you here. The head jumps a little in shock before slowly peeping over the partition.
Asao?
Hey, Lily's pretty busy, so she sent me to find you.
Oh, do you want to sit down?
Actually, I'm feeling a little hungry. Would you like to go
You
get
just
something?
ate like 7 different things, man.
Hey, here's the takoyaki, the miso soup.
I brought some food, so...
I shouldn't be surprised, but it was worth a shot. Expecting her to go outside was a long shot. How about we eat in the tea room? I passed it on the way here. No one was around it. We can make some food there, and I'll be a little more comfortable. What do you say?
Sure, let's go. It's probably not a good idea to eat in the library anyways, right?
Yeah, because they get stuff in the books, and the librarian will be mad at you. Hanako closes her books and puts it away with a deliberate, practiced movement.
Well, I wouldn't mind this librarian being mad at me.
I'm sure there's fan fiction about that. Good to go?
Yeah.
We walk side by side from the library to the tea room. As expected, this is barely a soul around. If it weren't for the murmurs through the walls, you wouldn't tell there's actually a huge festival going on. Hanako carries her bag in both her hands and focuses on just the floor ahead of her. Every now and again, she seems to break her pace a little and step slightly shorter paces. The first time it happened, I gave it no mind, but soon then I noticed that she does it on a regular basis. Are you okay? She stops dead in her tracks.
What?
I don't know, it looked like you were tripping or something. A pink blush
tripping?
A pink blush rises into her cheeks and her glaze returns to the floor.
How can you tell if she's blushing when she has scars all over her face?
Oh, too soon, man, too soon.
It's nothing.
You know, when you're saying nothing like that, people are inspired to ask further questions.
People should mind their own fucking business.
For a second, I don't think she's going to answer. Prepared to leave it be, I almost set off walking again when...
It's a game.
A game?
Do you see the floor here?
What a bizarre question. The floor looks like other floor, covered in these tiles made from squares of linoleum. Nothing noteworthy.
The floor is made of lava.
Well, yes, what about it?
Sometimes, when no one's around, I only step on the darker ones. I pretend the white ones are made of lava.
I think everyone's done that in school at some point.
I did that when I was like 3 years old, not when I was fucking 17.
Hanako's voice trails off as her explanation continues, until I can barely hear her voice over the whirring silence of the empty hall. Darker ones? Shuffling
That's
her feet,
racist.
Hanako points her toe over the shoe, and the tile is barely a shade darker than the others.
Like these ones.
Oh, right, so these ones are no good? I point out a nearby tile.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I see. Do you play this game a lot? She shakes her head.
Okay, Hisao is not a fucking human being. Everyone has played this game when they were kids.
She nods. Well, then there's no point in stopping. I'm beginning to get really hungry. She nods again, this time with a little more enthusiasm. Well then, let's go. We set off down the hall, and this time I notice Hanako is paying a little less attention to the floor. I wonder, just how lonely does someone have to get to come up with a game like that?
You have to be a fucking kid.
But before I realize what I'm doing, I find myself trying to aim each step so it lands in the correct tiles. The noise of the festival was slightly louder inside the tea room, but the breeze coming through the window was enough to make it worth it. Without thinking, I walked to the window and inhaled deeply. Sometimes forget how clean the air is compared to back home.
Would you like some tea?
That would be great, thank you. It occurs to me this is the first time I've been alone with Hanako without her trying to be somewhere else. Staring from the window, I watch as she makes a simple pot of tea and arranges some sandwiches onto a plate. I've seen her do this a number of times, but this time she seems slightly different. It's like she's calm. Eventually, she places a small tray on the table and pours 2 cups of tea. The fresh scent of brewed tea mingles with the breeze, and for a second I feel like I'm the only one in the world. I think I know why you like this room now.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, there's quite a few people around out there, and in here it's like another world. You can pretend that there's no one around for miles.
You're right. It's like the world has forgotten this room. And because of that, you can forget about the outside.
That would be appealing in some cases. As far as I can tell, conventional bullying doesn't exist at the school. But then again, I haven't seen a single person talk to Hanako besides Lily. If you're ignored by the world, the place where you can forget its existence would hold a special appeal. That's a good point. It's like this room gives you some kind of complete freedom.
Yeah. I can already tell, like, the sex scene happens in this room.
It does not, actually. There's only one
Whoa, that's crazy.
There's only one sex scene in this game, and it does not happen in this room. In this route, should I say.
Oh, okay. Say, do you play chess?
I'm actually going to say that I've never seen the sex scenes in this game. I've always had I saw it on YouTube, so the person obviously edited them out. So I don't know what happens during them.
What about when you played it?
I did not play this game, technically. I watched someone play it and loved it. And that was my first time.
What the hell, man? I thought you played it. You were like, yeah, I played this game 2 years ago. I played this so many times. I'm like an expert on Katawa Shoujo. And now I figured out this is like all lie.
Because I haven't played the game, but I've watched YouTube and read the scripts, because it's a lot easier to read the scripts on, like, a text format on an iPad than it is to get this game on the go.
I don't know what to believe in now, monkey. I'm going to law school now.
Well, on that note, I'll see you guys next time.